At this time, the commander of the Technical Forces Support Group will hand over command of the parade to the Deputy Commander of KFOR, Brigadier General Specifikat. You are kindly requested not to walk on the parade square in order that the ceremony will begin as scheduled. units. From left to right, you will see the Italian 11th Bergisleri Regiment Fanfare, the flag parties with the NATO flag in the centre, escorted by the Hellenic Honour Guard. On its right-hand side and unfolded is the Commander KFOR-27 flag with the Command Sergeant Major of KFOR-27. And on the right-hand side is the Commander KFOR-28 flag, which is folded and escorted by Command Sergeant Major KFOR-28. Next, you will see the Headquarters Support Group, followed by the Joint Logistics Support Group, Regional Command East, Regional Command West, the KFOR Tactical Reserve Battalion, Intelligence, Surveillance and Reconnaissance Battalion, and finally, the Multinational Specialised Unit. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Commander will now render honours to the official party. Commander of the Allied Joint Force Command Naples, Admiral Munch, accompanied by the current KFOR Commander, Major General Restuccia, and the incoming KFOR Commander, Major General Ulitash, who will review the formation on parade. You are invited to stand. At this time, the fanfare will play the Italian and the Turkish anthems. Please remain standing. On parade today, we have, ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to sit. On parade today, we have 3 flags of central importance. The NATO flag, which represents the NATO alliance, the second flag, which represents the 27th mandate of the NATO mission, and carries the signature motto for this particular mission, shaping the present for a better future. For the past year of command, the intention was that KFOR and its troops would be perceived as a single unity, as one partner to the population and the institutions in Kosovo, and that every action planned, ordered and taken was committed to one purpose: to provide this area and its inhabitants a safe and secure environment. The third flag, which remains covered and will be unfurled in the course of the ceremony, represents the 28th mandate of the NATO mission. At this time, a bouquet will be presented to Mrs. Neshlian Yulatash, the spouse of the incoming commander, as a token of friendship and to welcome her to the KFOR community. She receives yellow roses in a bud as a sign of welcome and as a symbol of anticipation for the following year. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of the Allied Joint Force Command Naples, Admiral Munch, will now address us.
Well, good morning, ambassadors, ministers, excellencies, faith leaders, honored guests, Assistant Secretary General Office, fellow flag and general officers, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the soldiers and civilians of KFOR. Welcome to this morning's ceremony. Being with you is an honor. And for all of us assembled here, here is the most important place we can be today for the future of security of all communities in Kosovo. The change of command ceremony is a universally recognized and time-honored tradition in armed forces. We do these ceremonies publicly and in front of the troops so that there's no confusion as to who is in command, who bears the responsibilities, has the authorities, and is totally accountable for the command. Now, a few words on enduring, changing, and adapting. Enduring. Enduring is NATO's commitment to the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1244. And its mandate for KFOR to maintain a safe and secure environment and freedom of movement. And furthermore, NATO acts to maintain these conditions with impartiality to all parties involved. NATO's enduring commitment to all communities in Kosovo is now 24 years old. Changing. Changing is the security environment. Europe is experiencing its largest war in 7 decades. Africa is experiencing the greatest number of coups in 6 decades. The Levant is experiencing a war that is greater than any time in the past 5 decades. And in Kosovo this past year, we had arguably greater violence than any time in over 2 decades. This is an experience, and being in this group is not what the vast majority of people in Kosovo want, nor deserve. Adapting. Adapting to the changing security environment to fulfill NATO's enduring commitment to KFOR is KFOR. In addition to maintaining over 4,000 troops in Kosovo and maintaining frequent dialogue with all stakeholders, KFOR recently has, first, intensified coordination with the Kosovo police, reinforcing their function as the first responder, increased coordination with ULEX, the European Rule of Law Mission in Kosovo, reinforcing their role as the second responder, and reinforcing with many other organizations and leaders in Kosovo, in the region, and internationally their communications. Second, KFOR has tripled the number of patrols along the administrative boundary line between Serbia and Kosovo. Third, KFOR has increased troop strength. After the 29 May attack on KFOR, troop strength was increased with the activation of the Operational Reserve Force, a battalion over 600 troops from Turkey, and then later relieved by a multinational battalion led by Greece. Fourth, KFOR has further increased troop strength after the 24 September attack on KP, with the activation of the Strategic Reserve Force, consisting of a battalion from the UK and from Romania. In addition to this troop strength, this battalion is bringing heavier armament in order to add combat power to KFOR. And finally, NATO is maintaining further forces equipped with even heavier armament capable of further combat power on a high state of readiness that is deployable should the nations of NATO decide to do so. An enduring mission, changing conditions, and adapting KFOR to maintain a safe and secure environment, freedom of movement, and act with impartiality to all communities in Kosovo. Now, the most consequential person in KFOR's adaptation to this changing security environment to uphold NATO's enduring mission has been Major General Rastuccia. His ability to build relations and trust with all stakeholders, his skill in leading military operations and ensuring interoperability of multinational organizations, his intellect and understanding the complex strategic environment and all the influences in the theater, and his ability to guide those influences to positive result, and his clarity of command in crisis, all have made Major General Rastuccia, in the face of the most challenging security environment in Kosovo in 2 decades, have made him not only the most consequential person in KFOR's transformation, but also the most consequential person for the security of all communities in Kosovo. The dangerous events of December 2022, May 2023, September 2023, and several, well, less publicly known crises in between, all would have been much more severe and had longer lasting negative effects if it had not been for the extraordinary leadership of Major General Rastuccia. Major General Rastuccia, thank you. Now, as we do in the armed forces, commanders perform their duties and then follow their orders to their next assignment. So as we say farewell to Major General Restuccia, we welcome Major General Ulitosh. Major General Ulitosh brings both broad and relevant experience to KFOR. He has commanded all levels up to the brigade level in the Turkish Army. He's commanded within United Nations and NATO structures. He has served in my headquarters before my time, but at Joint Force Command Naples. And he has recently served as the Strategy Director for the Turkish General Staff. He is well prepared. Major General Ulitosh, welcome to KFOR. I look forward to working with you and our work together in the NATO chain of command to uphold NATO's mandate for a safe and secure environment, freedom of movement, and in maintaining those conditions with impartiality to all communities in the region. I would like to close with words of gratitude. Thank you to all the organizations in Kosovo, the region, and internationally for your support for a secure environment in Kosovo. In particular, thank you to all the nations, numbering 27 today, that contribute their troops to KFOR and entrust them to the leadership of the KFOR commander. And to these nations, our condolences and deepest appreciations for the losses your people and the people of other institutions in Kosovo have suffered in support of security in Kosovo. And thank you to the soldiers, past, present, and future, who selflessly serve and make up KFOR. And finally, thank you to all in attendance today. Your presence is a strong signal of your commitment to security for all communities in Kosovo and is very much appreciated. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, in recognition of his success and to honour Major General Restuccia's dedicated service during this operation, a medal will now be presented by Admiral Munch, his direct superior. The first recognition to be presented is the NATO Non-Article 5 Medal. This prestigious medal is awarded to civilian and military personnel who, since 2003, have been engaged on operations or in support of operations conducted by NATO in the Balkans area. The NATO medal is presented in acknowledgement and recognition of Major General Restuccia's dedicated service. It will be presented by Commander Admiral Munch as his direct superior. The second award will now be presented. Major General KFOR-it, Deputy Chief of Defence of the Hungarian Defence Forces and Commander of KFOR-16, will now present the Hungarian Medal of Merit for Partnership to Major General Restuccia. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of KFOR, Major General Ristuccia, will now address you.
Amiral Manch, Amiral Caudragone, SG Goffus, political, military, former KFOR commanders, diplomatic, judicial and religious authorities, dear KFOR members, distinguished guests, good morning. Thank you for accepting the invitation to participate in today's ceremony. Your presence bears witness to your commitment to this NATO mission. First and foremost, I would like to express my deep respect for the flags of our countries and that of NATO. My thoughts are with the fallen of KFOR and all those who have lost their lives in this region, regardless of their origin or any other ethnic, religious, or cultural affiliation that may characterize them. Death deserves respect and raises many questions. But in this region, there is only one answer: peace and stability. My thoughts also extend to all of the wounded, especially our 93 wounded from May 29, 2023. I wish them a swift recovery and to their families the comfort of having their loved ones in good health. They deserve it, and we owe it to them. They prevented the tragedy. When I assumed the command of this mission, I had stated that my speech would last only a few minutes, because usually those who take on a responsibility of this level have little to say and much to do. Now, as I leave the KFOR command, I believe I have still little to say, because of the events concerning our actions during this period are and will be commended upon my superiors, my chain of command. This is not up to me. By the allies and the contributing countries who are institutionally entrusted with the authority to judge. As for myself, I only have to express my gratitude to those who had the confidence to assign me the task of leading KFOR and supported me throughout this challenging endeavor that saw us preserve the conditions for ensuring peace and stability for all citizens in Kosovo. I have to thank the Alliance and the contributing countries for the effort expended in providing me with the capabilities and means to fulfill these tasks. I thank my political and military chain of command, both NATO and the national levels, for never lacking the appropriate guidance and, above all, support. I never felt alone. I thank my deputy, Brigadier General Joseph Spiziak, my Chief of Staff, Brigadier General John Bosijevic, my subordinate commanders, my Command Sergeant Major, my advisors, my staff, and all KFOR members for believing in me. I thank the ambassadors of the contributing countries and the Quint for their unwavering political support. The EU Ambassador Lajak for his cooperation. I thank all of leadership of the institutions in Kosovo for their support. Safchod for the continuous effective exchange of communication that proved to be very important when facing the most tense moment of this year of permanent crisis management. I would like to thank also ULEX, OSCE, UNMIC, head of missions, as well as the director of NAT in Kosovo for their cooperation and coordination throughout my command. It has been an extremely challenging year for us at the helm of NATO's largest and longest mission. KFOR-27 has operated in a constant, permanent crisis management, where multiple events have challenged stability in Kosovo and across the Western Balkan region. These crises have required enormous military and diplomatic effort to re-establish a calmer and more balanced situation, and a strong cooperation with the local institutions. The situation has become more complex to manage due to a series of intertwined factors, notably a mistrust between the parties, long-standing and unresolved issues, counterproductive rhetoric and partisan narratives. All of these factors confirm that the situation remains volatile and can easily escalate. Only a political solution can bring a lasting peace and stability in the area. That is the reason why KFOR fully supports and continues to provide the necessary security framework for the EU-facilitated dialogue supported by US, aimed at normalizing the relations between Pristina and Belgrade. In this regard, I want to emphasize a concept which for me is fundamental and unquestionable. KFOR has worked, works, and will work to maintain a safe and secure environment and freedom of movement for all people in Kosovo, impartially and in line with its UN mandate. It has been and continues to be a complex mission marked by countless challenges, which we have endeavored to turn into opportunities to ensure peace and stability, but above all, to preserve a better future for generations to come. Aware of all of this, I extend my best wishes for success to my successor, Major General Lutash. I am confident that he will excel in the challenging role that awaits him. However, I have no doubt that he will act in the best possible manner and in continuity with our predecessors. I conclude with hope. We must have it. To proceed without hope would be irresponsible towards the future generation for whom we work. I trust in the wisdom of the parties to come to a solution that, within the framework of the dialogue, can bring about peace, stability, and prosperity for the population of Kosovo and the entire region. Last but not least, I want to thank my wife, my daughter, and my family for always supporting me, as they have throughout my entire life and in every moment of this mission. Alongside them, I thank the families of our soldiers, our KFOR members. Now, it is come for me, for the staff, it is the time for me, from the staff who worked with me, to return home and to share the love and affections that we all need with our loved one. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will proceed to the actual transfer of authority. For this, the parade commander will call the NATO flag and colours onto post. May I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please rise for this honourable ceremony. change of command ceremony is a time-honoured military tradition. This solemn ritual, replete with symbolism, is designed to strengthen the respect for authority, which is vital to any military organisation. It allows subordinate commanders to witness the formality of command change from one commander to another, while preserving the continuity of command and authority. The transfer of authority moment is symbolically represented in today's ceremony by the NATO flag being passed from the outgoing commander to Admiral Munch, the superior commander, and onto the incoming commander of the Kosovo force. The mission motto for KFOR-27, Shaping the Present for a Better Future, will be replaced by KFOR-28's motto, Together Stronger for Peace. Under the tenure of Major General Restuccia, we not only maintained its unity of purpose, but also built upon the cooperation with the institutions here in Kosovo. For the incoming commander, the objective is to ensure the stability and enduring safe and secure environment for the future. Partnered with the entire population of Kosovo, KFOR will continue to pursue enduring stability so that all, regardless of ethnicity or opinion, may lead a flourishing life in a peaceful land. Command Sergeant Major of KFOR-27, Command Sergeant Major Pagliera, will hand over the flag of the North Atlantic Treaty Organisation for the final time to Commander KFOR-27, Major General Restuccia. Major General Restuccia will hand over the flag to Admiral Munch, thereby relinquishing his command of the Kosovo force. Admiral Munch will hand over to the incoming commander of KFOR-28, Major General Ulatash, to symbolise the assumption of command of the Kosovo force. Major General Ulatash will hand over the North Atlantic Treaty Organisation flag to the Command Sergeant Major of KFOR-28, Command Sergeant Major Yilmaz. Symbolising the end of Major General Restuccia's command of KFOR, a member of the Hellenic Guard and Flag Party will roll up the flag of KFOR-27. The flag of KFOR-28 will be unfurled by a member of the Hellenic Guard, signifying the beginning of Major General Ulatash's role. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated. Major General Ulatash, as KFOR Commander, will now address you.
Admiral Munch, ministers, Minister Durdalı, distinguished political and military authorities, excellencies, dear guests, and devoted personnel of KFOR. I greet you all with respect. Welcome to the KFOR Change of Command ceremony. Today, in the 24th year of a long journey that began in June 1999, I'm honored to assume the command of this distinguished force. As the first Turkish commander to take over this mission, I realize the importance of the responsibility I have assumed. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my gratitude to my national and the NATO authorities who entrusted me with this assignment. In addition to the lofty and powerful feelings that they create in the individuals to whom they are entrusted, important assignments also bring with them heavy responsibilities. Being aware of the responsibility placed on my shoulders in the sensitive period that Kosovo is going through, I'm taking over the command with the determination to put forth all my efforts and experience to ensure that this distinguished unit serves successfully in the future as it has done in the past. In this respect, I would like to express my gratitude to all commanders and former members of KFOR who have contributed to the creation and sustainment of the current strength and stance of KFOR over the past 24 years. I also would like to express my sincere thanks to Major General Angelo Michele Ristuccia, who has successfully commanded the unit for the past year. He has completed his mission with great dedication, determination, and professionalism. I thank him for his efforts and contributions, and I wish him continued success. Dear guests, these soldiers who stand